Matthew 7:21 through 23 is being taken so out of context as to say what it is not saying. People who abuse these verses in the once saved, always saved error don't go on to read the very next word, therefore. Therefore, he says in verse 24, whoever hears these sayings of mine, what sayings? All the sayings of Matthew chapter 5 through chapter 7, and does them, how? By the same grace and faith that saved you. It is them who are accepted on Judgment Day because their house was on a rock. What rock? The rock of doing his sayings. And those who claim salvation by faith and grace alone, yet disobey God concerning these sayings, have built their house on sand and will go down in the storm of judgment and be lost. Am I saying you have to be perfect to go to heaven? No, but you cannot use that as an excuse to disobey God. After these verses, it says, therefore, in verse 24. Whenever you see therefore, you had better see what it is there for. I have seen people explain verses 21 through 23 out of context as to mean those who do Christ's will are those who believe on him as opposed to those who rely on works, because those who rely on works abandon or never had faith in Christ. So Christ says, I never knew you. Had they read and meditated on the whole Sermon on the Mount in context, Matthew chapter 5:1 through chapter 7:29, instead of cherry-picking verses out of context to scratch their itching ear, they would see their straw men. Yes, salvation is by grace and faith alone, but that is not an excuse not to obey God and think you will still have salvation. Now go read Matthew chapter 5 through 7 and see what I am saying.